Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the last Cloudia video. My name is DK, and today we're going to be going over the newest collab that will be starting actually Thursday morning. We have part 1 starting with a Lelouch. He will be the first unit for part 1, along with the new LR arc. He is going to be a dark DPS, so I know we did have a lot of light DPSs during the anniversary and then one fire. So yeah, it's about time we had, I guess, another dark. Really cool unit, actually. A lot of interesting mechanics that he's coming with. Personally, we'll talk over his kit and whether or not do I think he's worth the pull. Normally collab units are kind of a different breed when it comes to pulling. You really just want to go with after you really like. Because they are limited, so it's a chance that you will never see the collab again. There's a chance that I'll have a rerun, so that's really where it comes down to. So really a lot of people do rely on the ticket luck. Hopefully you guys are blessed with that, so you won't have to spend any money or your special crystals that you have saved between the Annie. I know Annie just ended and all of our crystals are dry, including myself. So, especially with the collab like this. So we have like a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. There's going to be a lot of cool mechs in this collab, which is something unique to Last Cloudia. So we'll go ahead and start the video. I know we did watch the live stream. I do really like the part 2 unit, but we can't talk about that, or we won't be able to see that until next week. So we have Lelouch here. As you can see right there, we do have 7 hits. It looks like maybe a line of sight on that one. We do have the 9 hitter. What is this guy? 13 hits on his S2, which is actually pretty good for an S2. He's very similar to the way Nail was as far as like the distance mechanic. He doesn't really push forward at all. Pretty cool. I do not like the sprite. I don't like the movement. It T-pose. I know a lot of people are saying that in the chat during the stream, but yeah, that's an awkward pose. After seeing the part 2 unit and that animation versus this is kind of crazy. I really don't know what they were thinking, because he doesn't leave that T-pose. So that one is, what is that? That is a 13 hit on the S2 and a 18 hit on the S1, so he is single willed. Now what's cool about this unit is that you don't have to single wield the unit. You can dual wield him. You will lose a little bit of damage cap, but at the end of the day, it all depends on what you want to do. S4 is kind of generic in my opinion. I'm not really the biggest fan, but it does hit all enemies, which is really cool. I don't understand the T-pose though. Like, what, can he not bend his arms? Like, I don't understand it, because honestly, this sprite right here, or this art right here looks so good, and I wish this was maybe a little bit implemented into the mech, but it is what it is. But anyways, that's just, I guess I'm nitpicking the sprite itself. Drop the T-pose, just fix that crap. So for the part of the trait is Druid system. We have physical attack damage plus 40%, damage cap plus 12k. We have a special damage plus 60k and damage cap plus 25k. So the special damage is looking pretty good. It does hit all enemies, so very nice. When equipped with only one weapon, physical attack damage is 29 instead. So like I said, dual wield, you'll probably lose a little bit of damage cap, but I think it's like I think he's hitting almost 30k, a little over 30k with a dual wield. So and I think he's hitting around 59, I think is what they calculated for this guy. I know we did talk about a couple of the damage caps in the Discord today. He's hitting around, like, depending on like the boss, so he can hit to like 65k, and then dual wield he can hit pretty, actually no, he can hit pretty good. Looks like someone said he's around 42. But that's with that time stop thing. So honestly, dual wield is probably the way you probably want to go, just depending on how you want to build them. It's good that you're just not completely single wield, so you kind of have some wiggle room there. Over here we also have, if remaining MP is at least 10, physical and magic damage taken is minus 40, so a little percentage reduction. That's actually quite a bit of damage reduction, especially for magic taken as well. When cutting damage taken, chance to use 10 MP. Basically kind of acts like Celestial Mass, so that's pretty cool. That'd be really fun to test out Celestial Mass with this, to see how much damage reduction he'll get. So that'd be actually pretty fun. Because I believe it should stack honestly, but of course you would have to build him high MP. He really just feels like a niche fun character to mess around with in certain situations. So for part 2 we have 0. For trait 2 we have 0 regularly attack for allies near death. I'm sorry, regularly attack. Oh my god, it's late, guys. Regularly check for allies near death if any are found, because they're lost clearly. Give all allies defensive formation buff. If none are found, give attack formation buff. So this is actually pretty cool. I was actually thinking about Arena and Guild vs Guild. Like, how would he be if you like removed all the if you removed like if you put on repellent on him and stuff to make him the traction not so high on this unit, so he could kind of support your tank or whatnot. It's a possibility, but he looks like he might try to get in front of somebody to attack, and I don't know. If all this damage reduction will be able to help him survive, or ideally how squishy he would be. So again, a lot of testing would have to happen to see how tanky he could be, especially stacking with like maybe Celestial Mass with this trait 1 up here. So really interesting. A lot of testing, a lot of fun testing, the way I look at it. So it could be interesting in the end there. So AF buff is the attack formation buff. Skill and magic attack damage is plus 30% and damage cap plus 5k. So really cool, and this will be check for allies. So really nice. Cool trait 2. I like it. Let's go ahead and press play real quick. So like I said, he is a dark damage dealer, so we are gonna have all of his skill 1, 2, and 3 and special dark combo attacks. So we have a frontal medium area, mid range, dark combo attack. Skill 2 is frontal long range, skill dark combo. Levitate, very similar to what we saw with Mia, Pog Mia. She does levitate on a lot of her skills, so this is really cool to see. Levitate for a target, wide area, long range, dark combo attack, powerful, dark to all enemies. So really cool, like I said, I really do like when it comes to attacking all enemies. Really nice. We completely skipped his entire board there. Hold on. There we go. So for his skills, the Lelouch skills, we do have Immortal Witch, Battle Start, apply revive effect to unit, no time limit on the effect. When revived, you give the unit a physical damage taken minus 35% buff. Again, more damage reduction. I really am just kind of curious to see what this guy's like as far as physical resistance. It looks like he does have some magical resistance to for damage reduction. So let me see. Battle start. Give all enemies give all enemies a SCR and INT debuff minus 20%. That's really cool. Especially battle start. That's definitely really good. When hitting an attribute weakness with dark, damage plus 30% and damage cap plus 3k. So that's strategic warfare attack. That's okay. We'll take that. That's a 30%. Strategic warfare defend when close to death, very greatly restore HP. Defense plus 100%. Draw less enemy attention once per wave. Again, that could be really good for Guild vs Guild PvP. So I want to test that too. Grand Orophage. Now these are a little odd in my opinion. You guys, you know how I am. I don't like stuff like this in these kits. But it's here. So we do get all allies INT plus 35%, and it's a Grand Aura, so everybody's gonna get it. He does come with Grand Brave Phaser too, which is 35% to STR. This is where his kit gets really just kind of wonky. I feel like they didn't know what to do here, and it's just awkward. So we have HP up max, Heroism 3, Esocentric up, Critical 2. Kind of wish you had Critical 3 just because of how odd the kit is. Aim Vitals, Guard Vitals, Royal Armor to reduce critical damage, Auto Advance for MP, Auto Fort, Auto Haste, Shockwave 2, that helps break guard, Pose of Victory, like it's just kind of trying to see what's happening here. Pose of Victory, Maglion, 30% at long range, Dark Drive, Dark High Drive, Dark Attack Race 2 and 3, but no Dark Mega Drive. So unfortunately, if you did not get the arc, the LR arc on the return of the FMA collab, you are shit out of luck on that. It's not a lot of damage cap, so it's not the biggest deal, and it costs 15. So if you didn't have the extra 15 SC, then you're not missing out. They do it also comes with Machine High Boost, Machine Mega Boost, which is very nice. Like I said, most likely you'll probably be dual wielding, so running a dark weapon with like Trishula, it's going to guarantee some better results on capping. It does come with special boost, Giant Killing 2, some extra cap, dark weapon, dark weak point breakthrough 2. This is actually really good. I'm actually starting to like these, and I hope we see them possibly on URs in the future. This was, I believe, recently on a UR arc, but the light version. So I want to see more of these. Thaumaturgy Plus is really nice. I believe that's 30% of INT to physical. And then quick trigger, always nice to have quick trigger because I do not like spending for it. And then piercing. So he does come with piercing and shockwave, which piercing will reduce enemy defense when attacking, if I'm not mistaken. So like I said, I feel like there's just a lot going on with this kit. They just kind of didn't know what to do. They're like, let's buff all allies, INT. Let's debuff debuff the enemies. Let's go ahead and throw on piercing and shockwave. You know, it really is. It's very awkward. But it does cover some bases, so it potentially could be a pretty fun unit, honestly. So cool. Yeah, no. Now moving on to this. So this is actually really cool. It's a new magic that he has. Basically, kind of like the way G-Luke, you basically stop time and you can use your SCT to basically launch it, just attacks constantly. You have a 300% recovery on SCT, damage cap, damage dealt. I mean, it's pretty neat, honestly. I think when they showcased it in the video, it was hitting for like 77k, which I'm sure could probably be increased even higher. So really, this could potentially be the best thing about this unit. So I can definitely see why people would definitely want this one, especially it could possibly work in time trials. Because you're not getting flinched out, you know, damage is just constant. So yeah, it could be huge, honestly. So this is where it's gonna stand out a lot. Is yeah, look at that. Now the arc. Now guys, this arc, I'm gonna be real with you guys. This arc sucks. I'm not, and the art is okay. I like the art, but just the arc trait, I don't like it. For me, it just sucks. Dark physical attack plus 35% to enemies with the debuff. Okay, so Thouser, yeah. I mean, the battle start you get debuffs, so that's gonna give you 35%. But there's other ways to get 35%. There's a lot of other arcs out there. There really is. But of course, if you're a new player and this arc is all you have, this is gonna be a great arc. So it could be really great for you. It just sucks for me. I'm not gonna get any benefit out of this. But don't let that discourage you from like using it, because honestly, 35%, if you get this character and you get this arc, it would work perfectly fine. To enemies with a debuff when skill order of the Black Knights is set. SCR and defense plus 15%. Give physical and magic attacks special and anti-machine type effect. So okay, it comes with a Slayer, right? That's pretty cool. But again, it's really niche. For some situations, it could work. Like I said, if someone was lacking, you know, a Slayer, physical damage, up or dark, you know, it could definitely work. For learnable skills, though, this is there's got some niche stuff on here, but it's nothing for me to chase, in my opinion. So we have Shadow Chance, dark attack damage to enemies in feint or break plus 20%. We really don't need that. I don't care for it either. Combat operations, battle start if SCR is the wording on here at least equals INT, give unit a physical attack plus 20% buff. If the SCR is less than INT, give the unit a magic attack buff of 20%. So if SCR is less than INT, you get 20% to physical attack, and so on. So as battle starts, I believe it's 40 seconds. Not too shabby. But again, enough for me to chase in any way. Order of the Black Knights. This is actually a really good skill, especially if you're looking for just niche situations on increasing damage cap. If at least 2 allies have this skill Order of the Black Knight set, boost skill damage cap. So, you know, 1500 cap if everybody runs it. So really cool. Dark Drive, Machine Shield, and Close High Boost. So arc is decent, not that great. I'm actually really excited to see what the next arc is going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be something pretty disgusting, but I'm just keeping high hopes, really. We have the Black Knight's uniform, rarity 6, dark attack damage plus 10, damage taken from bosses minus 10. Nothing we haven't seen before, but boss reduction, we'll take it. That's nice. SCR 89, defense 169, MD 117, and dark resistance plus 5. So okay, like I said, nothing too special here on this arc. Nothing worth the chase. Niche Order of the Black Knights for help increase damage cap. Pretty cool. It's not based on any kind of attribute, so that's why that one stands out the most to me. Combat operations, the buff could interfere with other buffs. So I mean, ideally, we have other units doing same physical damage buff, and um, it could be even better than this. So that's what I'm saying. Combat operations could be a very niche situation. But Order of the Black Knights is definitely the winner here. If you do manage to pull the arc, it's definitely not a complete loss. Order of the Black Knights is something that's going to be a lot of fun later down the road. Moving on, I believe that's actually it for this. Yeah, Lost Cloudia. So guys, going back to Lelouch. Uh, I think he's pretty interesting. For me, part two is definitely what I'm really having my eye on right now. Honestly, um, he looks like he potentially could be a lightning version of Bradley, probably even better because Bradley is kind of tied behind two swords. Now, if part two is not tied behind swords, um, then potentially he could be pretty dang good, honestly. Uh, Probably on the same level as Bradley, honestly. I mean, we don't. I mean, they gave us a glimpse of his S1, and holy shit, it was pretty dang fast. And for 16 hits on an S1, that's very nice. So honestly, I have to wait until the second part just to see what that arc, because I have a feeling that arc's gonna be pretty cool too. I mean, it could be bad, right? Honestly, it really could. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. If you guys have any questions, put it in the comments down below. Of course, you guys know I try to answer as soon as possible. But with work and all, usually about 24 hours. But yeah, so exciting, right? We have a new collab. This is an interesting collab. The mechs, an anime. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it. I have watched like Gurren Lagann, Robotech, and I played a lot of mech games in my childhood. So I feel like I should watch this anime. I know a lot of people have kind of told me to check it out because they actually really like it. So of course I'm going to check it out. But so I'm probably going to see what's going on in the backstory. So whenever the collab does start, I'll have a little bit more idea of where these characters come from and the lore and stuff. But I hope you guys are excited. The collab looks great. These characters look pretty awesome. Excited for part two. Part one, that time stop is pretty disgusting, but hopefully Tickling Luck will bless me, honestly, so I can save for part two. But guys, again, you guys have a great night. Be safe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.